15 China's leading Li Qiang joined the 26th ASEAN-Chin Summit during the 43rd ASEAN Summit in Indonesia on 6 September 2023. Summary warns against China's taking sides. U.S. Vice President emphasized his loyalty to Southeast Asia ASEAN aims to strengthen stability in the controversial Sea Statement. Jakarta, September 6. Chinese Prime Minister Li Qiang said that it is important to avoid the new Cold War while dealing with between countries as world leaders gathering geopolitical competitions in the Indian-Pacific region. Currently, it is very important face the parties to face the Bloc and oppose a new Cold War, said. Neither the U.S. President Joe Biden nor the Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping does not participate at meetings in Jakarta. It is high on the agenda, and more ambitious activity of China in South China Sea is an important commercial corridor that several ASEAN members claim to have had with China. Harris said that U.S. is connected to the region at beginning of his meeting with ASEAN leaders. The United States has a permanent commitment to Southeast Asia and wider to Indo-Pacific, said. Harris also said that the United States will continue to print Myanmar Junta to end the terrible violence that exploded since a military coup in 2021. A White House official said that Harris' common interest in maintaining rules in face of illegal maritime allegations and provocative actions of China, including U.S. and ASEAN South China Sea. Indonesian Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi said ASEAN met with negotiations on a long-term behavior rules for China's waterway this week. New China map. The United States its allies repeated ASEAN's calls for freedom of navigation and excessive flights avoided creating a physical being in controversial waters. China built various facilities, including runways and small protrusions in the sea. Just before meetings of this week, China has released a map with 10 output line, which seems to be expanding area it took into consideration in South China Sea. A few ASEAN members rejected the map. Ferdinand Marcos, president of Philippine, referring to South China Sea, said his country did not want a conflict, but it was task of encountering any challenge to our sovereignty. The Philippines rejects the misleading narratives that frame disputes in the South China Sea with only two powerful countries, said. This does not only refuse our independence and agency, but also ignores our own legitimate interests. Some ASEAN members developed close diplomatic work and military ties with China, while others are more careful. The United States of America also brought ASEAN countries to the court with changing degrees. The 10 members ASEAN organized their summits at beginning of week, and leaders who tried to claim Bloc's interest in face criticism could not put pressure on Myanmar's military leaders to cooperate on peace plan. In a statement on Wednesday, ASEAN President Indonesia said that Bloc should